Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome here to Jerry Sloan Gym in Hamilton County, where it'll be the Foxes taking on the Fairfield Mules here tonight. I've been joined by Randy Olson tonight. Randy will have the play-by-play for you. I'm going to sit along and ride here and try to keep some stats and stuff for this game. This Fairfield team, Randy, is a powerhouse.
They are. The Mules come in at 8-0, Danny. They, of course, have won the championship of the Lawrence County Classic up in Lawrence County. First time in school history that they've won that tournament. They've been in it many years, and they've got some really quality wins this year. Not only did they beat Teotopolis in the championship game of that tournament up there, 74-64, but they've also got a quality win against Olney, 59-52, and Olney just happens to be the number 1 seed at the upcoming Pinckneyville 16-team expanded holiday tournament. So that's 2 very quality wins for this Fairfield Mules bunch. I went down to the game at Cesar-Valliere and watched them win at Cesar. Cesar did lead them for a while and put some pressure on them and gave them something they had to work on and exposed maybe a few weaknesses here or there, but they were able to regroup in the second half and come back and win that ball game. So, yeah, this is a good Fairfield bunch. They're doing it on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively, and Coach Scott McElravy has got them playing a high level of basketball right now. Yeah,
I heard Shane Garner talking, said it was the best team the Cesar-Valliere Red Devils have played all season.
Well, I can believe that. And on the opposite side of the court, you got the Hamilton County Foxes. You've done a number of their games this year, Danny. They're 1-6 coming into tonight. The last game that they played was against a good 1A team at Thompsonville, and you broadcast that game the other night. They lost to Thompsonville 61-39, and prior to that, they lost to Edwards County by a score of 48-27. So, new coach Doug Miller is still trying to get the troops settled in here at Foxes and learn his system at Hamilton County, and sometimes that takes a while.
The Foxes are having trouble putting the ball in the hole. I spoke to Doug Miller earlier in the evening, Randy, and he said he went back and Jamie Brzezinski was doing some scouting work on his team for him, and he plotted their shots. They had 18 shots at Thompsonville the other night inside the squared circle down there, and 7 of them was uncontested, and they missed 18 shots.
Wow.
Inside the lane. So it's not like his team's not getting some shots. They just are having a hard time finishing around the goal. Of course, the big guy down there the other night swatted a couple shots and kind of intimidated him. But got to hang on to the basketball. They're averaging 19 turnovers a game. That will not win. Shooting below 60% from the free throw line. That's another kiss of death. So, they got some things to work on. They play hard, and they're either going to play hard for Doug Miller or he'll find somebody that will.
Well, and the thing about this Fairfield Mules team is they will make you turn the ball over.
They'll put so much pressure on the Foxes here tonight. They went to El Dorado last Friday night, and they beat the El Dorado Eagles 69-29, had them in continuous clock in the fourth quarter, and he didn't play any of his starters, if that tells you how good his team is.
Didn't play any of the starters in the fourth quarter, 61-28, the winner, Fairfield over El Dorado the other night. Before that, they drubbed Johnston City 74-48, and as I mentioned a week ago Saturday, they went down to Cesar-Valliere, and while they were behind for a while, they rallied to win by 11 points against the Red Devils to hand them their first loss of the season. They run this 2-2-1 zone trap, this zone press that they'll come out in, and they've got Wyatt Gilbert and, the new transfer, Jaziel O'Neill, who came over from Wayne City. They have those 2 guys on the front of that 2-2-1 zone trap, and those guys are quick, and they'll jump in the passing lane, and, you've got to take care of the basketball, or you'll easily turn the ball over, and they'll convert it into transition buckets. And that's what I saw at the game down at Cesar, is a lot of the Fairfield points in that game were not coming in the half-court offense. They were coming from their defense, creating offense through transition.
The Birthday Capital Classic, they had a good T-Town team down by 20 headed into the fourth quarter, and they missed some free throws and let them cut that lead a little bit closer, but they were in control of that game from start to finish.
If there is a weakness to this Fairfield Mules team thus far, it has been free throw shooting, and that almost reared its ugly head when they played Salem up at that Lawrence County Classic. They were comfortably ahead of Salem by some 13 or 14 points. Salem put them at the line several times in the fourth quarter, and they just could not make free throws. And Salem eventually got that game tied and sent to overtime. But the Mules rallied and beat Salem in overtime 71-63. So that's certainly been something of concern for Coach McElravy, is improving on the free throw shooting. The other thing is, other than the T-Town game, they haven't really faced a team yet that's got a really, really good post player. And once they face a team that's got a really good post player, a good inside game, we'll see what they can do defensively there, because they haven't had to really face anybody other than T-Town that's got that. I mean, only had a little bit of size, but that's one thing that they haven't faced yet. But speaking of size, Fairfield's got some size, with Brian Estes at 6'6", and Kane Hicksonball at 6'3". So,
Hicksonball's a nice player for this team. He's kind of the unsung hero in this group, and he does a lot of things to help this Mules team.
I like to refer to Hicksonball as the silent killer, because he doesn't go out there with a lot of flair and a lot of flash. He just gets the job done.
Yeah.
And whether it's making a great pass, whether it's making a cut to the basket and somebody hitting him for a layup, or whether he comes across a double screen or something and catches the ball and knocks down a big tray, Hicksonball finds a way to beat you, and he's just kind of a silent killer for this Fairfield Mules bunch.
Those kind of guys are really dangerous. They are the type of people that really make you from an average team to a great team. Yeah,
no, you're exactly right about that. The Foxes have got some youth on this team. Robbie Morgan is going to be a really, really good post player, and he's getting better all the time. He's 6'3", and he's just a sophomore. You've had a chance to see him since he was a freshman, Danny, and he continues to get better all the time, doesn't he?
Yeah, the biggest thing that's going to hurt Robbie, the other night in the third quarter, he outscored Thompsonville 14-12.
Really?
And these teams like Scott McElravy, Robbie Morgan's not going to have a good game here tonight because Scott McElravy's not going to let him.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to beat him besides Robbie Morgan.
I think you're right. They'll probably key on him inside and guard him in a different way tonight, which will make him really work for his points.
And that'll be a biggest challenge for him, is as the season goes, more and more teams are just going to really concentrate on him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, he has got a chance to be pretty special.
Yeah, I think he does too. It's Black Diamond Conference basketball tonight. The Hamilton County Foxes and the Fairfield Mules. We're streaming on both websites tonight, AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. We will take a brief timeout, let you hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back for the starting lineups and all the play-by-play action right here live from McLeansboro.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve, with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Lynn Braden in McLeansboro today.
Hello, this is Marty Cox of Cox Photography. I'm an FAA-certified commercial drone pilot and instructor offering a wide range of services such as custom day and night photos and videos for businesses and property owners. I also provide photo and video editing and instruction for both PC and Apple computers. In addition, Cox Photography provides FAA Part 107 training for those interested in becoming a commercial drone pilot. If you are new to the world of drones, or if you would like to take your skills to the next level, now is the time to contact me, either by phone at 618-925-3780 or by email at mcoxphotography@hotmail.com. This exciting opportunity is just a phone call or email away. Fender Mender Auto Body has been serving McLeansboro and surrounding communities for 33 years. Fender Mender uses the very latest in technology and techniques that meet or exceed industry standards. Their iCar and ATEG trained technicians maintain the highest level of proficiency possible through continued education and hands-on training. Scott and Teresa would like to say thank you to all of their customers for the opportunity to serve in your time of need. Fender Mender Auto Body, collision repair from people who care.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
Sometimes you need an attorney who can look out for your interest. Located just a short drive away in Mount Vernon, Olson & Reeves offer a free consultation to discuss your needs. Everything is discreet and confidential. At Olson & Reeves, they can provide you with consultation and assistance with traffic law and DUIs, estate planning, living wills, divorce, real estate contracts, personal injury and accidents, as well as medical malpractice. Call Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law in Mount Vernon at 316-7322. It's the heating season, and Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods remind you that they have fast, reliable propane delivery service to your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled up, you can bring them to Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods for fast service. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through our website at WayneWhitePropane.com. And don't forget, we also have hot tubs and supplies for your hot tub as well at Wayne White Propane and Sporting Goods, located on West Main Street in...
Well, welcome back here to Jerry Sloan Gym. We're about ready for the national anthem. Then it'll be the starting lineups. Want to welcome Randy Olson. He'll have the play-by-play for us here tonight. We'll also travel up to Wayne City tomorrow night, Randy. We're going to have the Wayne City Indians and the Sisney Running Lions, correct?
Yeah, that'll be a good game in the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. That's a late start tomorrow night. It's the third game, so that'll tip off about 8:30 tomorrow night. So if you can't make it to Wayne City to watch that game, join us live on AreaSports.net. We'll be streaming that ball game for you. There's one other conference game tonight. Johnson City will take on Cesar-Lear tonight in the Black Diamond Conference. Some other teams in the conference are in action tonight, but they're not conference games. Edwards County is taking on Lawrenceville tonight. And we're ready for the playing of our national anthem. The Hamilton County Pep Band with their rendition of the national anthem tonight. And that pep band's a little bit larger than I remember last time I was down here, Danny. I think they've added some members.
They've got some young kids interested in that, and nice job by the band there tonight. Also would like to thank Charles and May Becker family for the nice flag at center court.
Absolutely. That really adds to the celebration as we honor America with the national anthem here. Mules will be first to be introduced tonight. We're in their travel black uniforms, trimmed in the red and white. You want me to bring them out, or you want to bring them out?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You can just bring them out.
They are 8-0 under Coach Scott McElravy.
They're in the black, trimmed in red and white.
Fresh off that huge victory down at El Dorado, 61-28. Reese Lee wears number 1. He is a 6-foot senior for the Mules. Number 4 is Wyatt Gilbert. He is a 5'10 junior, and he'll be at the front of that 2-2-1 zone press that you're going to see right away defensively.
He got quite a bit of experience last year.
Yes, he sure did. Jazel O'Neal is the transfer that came in from Wayne City. He is a 5'11 senior, wears number 5. There's the silent killer, as I like to call him, Kane Hicksonbaugh. Wears number 10. He's a 6'3 junior. And rounding out the starting 5 is the biggest guy on the team, Brian Estes. He's a 6'6 senior, and Brian can play both outside and inside, and he can really run the court for a big man. And so, again, they
plays up over the rim.
Oh, definitely does. You will see him dunk the ball numerous times throughout the course of the season. He already has. May see some tonight. So they'll start with Lee, Gilbert, O'Neal, Hicksonbaugh, and Estes. But you'll see Cody Cantrell get in there. You'll see Landon Zerlini get in there. You'll see Luke Dagg get in there, and you may see some others. Coach McElravy, pretty good about running 8 deep at least.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said there'll be 8, and he said if things get in control, he said I'll get some other guys some playing time here tonight.
Because of our late start tonight, due to the fact they played a freshman game as well as a JV game, some other games have already started. And, in fact, the Flora-Mount Carmel game has already completed 3 quarters, Danny. Mount Carmel leads Flora 45-24.
Mount Carmel's starting to get a little bit healthy again.
I think that's a game between 2 winless teams tonight, isn't it? I don't think either one of them have won a game yet.
I think you're right.
Yep, so one of them's going to get a win tonight. It looks like Mount Carmel's well on their way, leading in the 4th quarter by 21.
And they're sure not used to that.
No, they're not. Called them the McLeansboro Foxes instead of the Hamilton County Foxes. They're going back old school here.
Yeah.
All right. Number 14 is Evan Shelton, 6-foot junior. As he doesn't always start. He's usually, 6-man?
Yeah.
Number 22 is Garrett Webb. He's a 6-foot junior for Coach Doug Miller and the Foxes. Hunter Braden, number 20, a lot of experience from last year, a 5'10 senior. Gus Walden, 6'3 junior.
Probably the most improved kid on the team, Randy.
And the big young man we were talking about at the top of the broadcast, who's come a long way, and just a sophomore, he's number 40, Robbie Morgan, also at 6'3". So they'll go with Shelton, Webb, Braden, Morgan, and Walden for Coach Doug Miller, who came over from Gallatin County. He really came back home because he's a Hamilton County boy and
played on the 93 state team. He's glad to be home.
And again, when you come in as a new coach, you're putting in a whole new system, and it takes a while to get that all instilled, because when you start the season, your playbook's going to be pretty small.
Yeah,
and that playbook is going to grow during the season. But one thing that we always saw out of Doug Miller teams when he was at Gallatin County was he really stressed defense a lot. And I think that's one of the things he's trying to get the Foxes to buy into is some of his defensive schemes.
You got to guard and you got to take care of the basketball.
Oh, you sure do. Other games tonight, Nashville leads Chester 9-6.
Talk about a team that can guard.
Woo! Boy, they're not giving up many points to anybody, are they?
They gave up 30 the other night, and people thought the world come to an end.
I know. It's going to be Morgan and Estes jumping at the center circle to start this one. Fairfield gets the tip. That's going to be too easy. Jazel O'Neal's got a layup.
Somebody got lost.
Foxes were not back between him and the basket on defense. Here comes that 2-2-1 zone press we talked about. Foxes bringing it up with Shelton. He'll bring it up with O'Neal. Gets it across. Down to Robbie Morgan. Up on glass. He scores. Mules actually went back in a man-to-man on that half court. As Jazel O'Neal will bring it across for Fairfield. We're tied at 2-2 in this Black Diamond Conference tilt. O'Neal's going to lob it in for Estes. too far behind the rim and grabbed out of there on the rebound by the Foxes. Hunter Braden had his shot partially blocked, taken out of the air by the Mules, and coming back the other way with it is Hickson ball. Over to Wyatt Gilbert. Now it's O'Neal around a high pick as they try to run a pick and roll, but instead come to the corner to Gilbert. Back out to Hickson ball, and the silent killer is in and out.
Had a good look.
He had a great look. And that's one that he will knock down time and time again. You can't give him that shot because he will burn you. Foxes bring it up at Shelton. Reese Lee guarding him one-on-one. And there's a steal. O'Neal has it. Ahead to Hickson ball. Jump steps in the lane, scores. Count the bucket. Blocking fouls called on the Foxes. Yeah,
Robbie Morgan.
Hickson ball has really, really improved over a year ago. I believe that one of the things is his confidence. His confidence is so much better this year than last year. Free throw is no good. 4-2 is our score. Fairfield in the lead. Fox is coming across the timeline now with Hunter Braden. They go down on the baseline. There's a double team down there against Webb. Now the shot's put up by Morgan. No good. Tipped around and grabbed out of there by Estes.
Estes ordered change that shot.
And down the court quickly are the Mules as they get it to Wyatt Gilbert. He puts it up and in, and just like that, it's a 6-2 ball game, and Doug Miller says, we got to talk about it because we are not getting back on defense.
Let's hear from Mr. Watkins.
Considering a visit to a chiropractor? Wait no longer. Come to Watkins Family Chiropractic next to the post office in McLeansboro, or call for an appointment at 643-3833. For the past 12 years, Dr. Brett Watkins has been serving the community. He offers acupuncture and chiropractic adjustments for sciatic nerve pain, headache, muscle ache, and overall general health. In addition, Dr. Watkins carries a full range of vitamins. Most insurance cards are accepted. Watkins Family Chiropractic is a proud supporter of the High School Sports Videocast Network.
All right, back here at Jerry Sloan. Randy, you've got her to go.
Foxes have the ball out of bounds, length of the floor, and Mules are showing the press. Let's see how they handle it. With the ball is Shelton. Gets it over to Braden. There's a double team. They get it across. There's another double team. Mules are relentless. And there's a steal by Reese Lee. He's going to take it all the way in himself and score.
He just took it away from Braden.
He did.
Turnover number 2 on the Foxes.
8-2 Fairfield. Again, the Mules relentless on defense. Anytime they can trap you, they will.
They're pretty physical. You know, they don't really look that way, but there you go. You go right into that trap, Randy.
Here's a drive to the basket. That one's partially blocked as Garrett Webb tried to score. The follow is no good, and then back up again by Walden. No good, but a foul's going to be called on the Mules.
On number 5, that is O'Neal.
So Gus Walden, the 6'3 junior, will go to the line for the Foxes. So you say he's one of the most improved players on the team this year.
Yeah, Gus has not played a lot over the years, and he's grown quite a bit, and he's a great jumper, Randy. You watch him on rebounds and stuff. He's up around the rim, and he's got to work on getting a little bit better hands. Sometimes he doesn't catch the ball as good as I'd like to see him catch it.
He's probably going to get better and better as the season goes on, I would assume. Missed the first free throw, missed the second one as well. And, you know, without too much experience, confidence may be the issue for him right now.
Yeah.
All right, Fairfield basketball, they lead it by 6. It's 8-2 here in the first quarter. We're tracking several other games tonight as well through our Twitter feed, and we will pass those along to you as Morgan gets the steal there for the Foxes. Did a good job of fronting his man there.
Austin Gray had his pocket picked.
And here's a long pass down to Webb. And then inside the lane, shot is no good by Shelton. Rebound Fairfield back the other way. Gilbert gets it ahead to Estes, and there's a charging foul. He ran right over Morgan.
He hits first.
Well, there's 2 outstanding defensive plays there by Robbie Morgan of the Foxes. First of all, he fronted his man down low, knocked the inbound pass away. Then he was set in position there to take a charge against Estes. And it's Fox's ball, and they can't get it in. Or do they call a foul before the 5 count? I think they did. Yep.
O'Neill's going to pick up his second foul.
Well, that looms large for the Mules. Mules have some depth, and you're going to see some of that depth coming in right now. As I mentioned, they're going to run kind of a line change in there, and they do as they bring in Cody Cantrell, number 12, Luke Dagg, number 30, and Landon Zerlini, number 24. They throw that pass long, and there's nobody home.
Turnover number 4. They had a set play, and somebody didn't take off like they were supposed to.
Well, you mentioned turnovers has been a problem for the Foxes early in the season. We just saw an unforced error right there. Gilbert's going to be the trigger man. O'Neill's on the bench with 2 fouls. Gilbert in the corner. Now they'll skip pass it over to Hicksonball. Splits defenders. Has a shot blocked, but follows it back up and scores. Hicksonball with a second effort makes it 10-2 the Mules. 4:38 to go here, opening quarter. They show press, and then they go man-man. Across the timeline as Austin Gray. He's guarded by Zerlini, almost knocked away. There's a double team. They get it down to Morgan, and the ball is kicked. So they'll take it out of bounds underneath the basket. Mules are fast at setting up that double team, Danny.
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive in it too, Randy.
Yeah, they are.
You can see why they create a lot of havoc.
And there's a bad pass, and it's intercepted by Gilbert. Taking it down for the Mules, and that one is out of bounds. Last touch by Morgan. It'll be Mules' ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. In the ball game for the Foxes is Evan Shelton checking back in, replacing Garrett Webb. 4:16 to play here, opening quarter. Fairfield leads at 10-2. Gilbert drives inside the lane and kisses it off the glass. 12-2, timeout again to Doug Miller and the Hamilton County Foxes. Mules lead it by 10, 12-2. Well, other scores. Big game we were talking about earlier, Danny, before we started tonight. Goreville playing Thompsonville tonight.
Yep.
Thompsonville's undefeated and ranked in the state in 1A. Well, at halftime, Goreville leads Thompsonville 28-20.
I told you that Goreville team is a much improved team.
You saw them play a couple of times early in the year.
I tell you, they were a little shell-shocked, Randy.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a lot of key players off of that state team that finished 4th in the state.
Yep.
And they had a couple key players coming back, and it was just trying to get everybody blended in and figured out. And Todd Tripp made some good adjustments.
Well, that's a good coach right there, Todd Tripp.
Oh, yeah.
He's been around the block definitely a time or two, and he's got them playing better basketball, and they're beating Thompsonville right now and might hand them their first loss tonight. We'll keep following that one for you as the Foxes struggle, but they get it across the line, but there's a steal by Cantrell. He's going to throw it ahead to Gilbert. Gilbert takes it to the glass, and he's going to be fouled by Hunter Braden.
Lee Braden's first foul. And once again, the turnover translates into an easy transition.
Well, the thing that you like if you're a Fairfield fan, you're watching this broadcast, is the fact that when Fairfield makes a steal, when they make a play defensively, it doesn't matter which one of the 5 players makes a steal. You know what they're doing? They're looking up the floor.
Yep.
They're looking up the floor to advance the ball, and they do so rather quickly and efficiently.
Relentless pressure.
You can run the court faster with the pass than you can on the dribble, and Coach McElraby's got them to buy into that, and they all look up the court. 1
out of 2 for Gilbert.
Reese Lee back in the game as Gilbert takes a seat to catch his breath. Foxes will bring it up.
Estes guarding Shelton.
Yeah, he is. How about that? That's an interesting one-on-one matchup. And Shelton was supposed to be there for that pass, but he broke the wrong way.
You know what? You can't throw the ball to a spot. You got to throw it to the person.
Another turnover on the Foxes will give it back to the Mules. 3:38 to play here, opening quarter. It's Fairfield 13, Hamilton County 2.
You know, that's just like throwing the ball to the end zone and blaming the receiver because he didn't get there to catch it.
Yeah. Landon Zerlini, a sophomore, is out there running the point, bringing it across the line on this half-court segment as Estes takes it strong to the glass and scores. Beautiful shot there over Morgan.
As you said, he went outside. He was above the three-point arc, put the ball on the floor 3 bounces, and he was at the goal.
Yeah, he can beat you. He can beat you outside or inside for sure. Hunter Braden gets it across the line for the Foxes. Guarded out there by Cody Cantrell inside the lane. Here's a shot up. It's blocked. The foul's going to be called against Luke Dagg.
His first.
That'll send Garrett Webb to the line.
15-2 here. The Mules are having a good first quarter. 2:57 to play, Randy.
Yeah, they are. Webb at 6 foot was going up against Dagg at 6'2" there, and Dagg thought he got the block, but got some of the arm as well as Webb is at the line.
Another miss by the Foxes on free throws. That's 0 for 3.
Yeah.
0 for 4.
Yep, that one's in and out as well. Rebound by the Mules ahead to Reese Lee. He's going to stop and pop from the three-point line. That one's short. Morgan with the rebound. He outlets it to Hunter Braden. Braden working against Reese Lee, and here comes the double team.
Yeah, wanting a trap.
Get it across to Austin Gray, now in the corner. Inside to Morgan. He is blocked from behind, and here come the Mules away with it again. Again, they look up the court. Transition bucket is good. As Luke Dagg, the recipient of the pass that time, and he makes it 17-2. And again, very unselfish play here by these Mules. Another timeout on the court with 2:26 to play here in the first quarter.
Let's hear from Jaggers. All right, we're back here at Hamilton County. The Mules are in control, Randy, 17-2, 2:26 to play, first quarter.
A lot of the Mules' baskets, a lot of their points have come in transition, not the half-court offense, because their defense is creating offense for them, and that's something they've been successful doing thus far this year, and they're having success at doing that tonight against the Foxes.
8 out of 12 on field goals.
Yeah, when you're shooting layups, you can shoot a high percentage like that. Here comes another double team as Austin Gray almost has it stolen, gets it away over to Shelton. Now they'll try to get into the offense a little bit. Yeah, it's been a struggle for the Foxes just to get into the flow of the offense because that Mules defense has disrupted them so much.
Just to hang on to the ball.
With those double teams, yeah. Hunter Braden with it again.
Double teams, fast hands.
Trying to go inside to Morgan, and it's out of bounds, but we've got a foul called.
Going to be on number 12.
Got our first final of the night. Mount Carmel has beaten Flora 59-38.
Big win for the Aces.
First win of the season for the Aces, and Flora still winless. Morgan tries to go down low, interior pass, and it's off the hands of Garrett Webb, out of bounds. It'll be another turnover.
8 turnovers in the first quarter.
Minute 45 to play, opening frame. Mules in control as Zerlini brings it up. Gets it over to Cody Cantrell. They'll go around the perimeter now to Reese Lee. Out to the top to Zerlini again.
He kept it.
There he goes down to Estes, and off the glass he goes. That's a tough shot to defend when you got that little jump. Almost a jump hook is about what it is.
He's left-handed on top of it.
That's really hard to defend when you're 6'6".
He catches it down there.
Reese Lee with the steal. He's going to go uncontested for another Mules layup. Another timeout for Coach Doug Miller.
He's going to be out of timeouts.
A minute 7 to play, opening frame. It's 21-2 Mules, and boy.
Let's hear from People's National.
The old saying goes, nothing beats free. People's National Bank agrees. Free checking is just that, free. You get free paper statements. Your first box of checks are free. Unlimited check writing plus free access to over 25,000 ATMs nationwide with the Money Pass Network. If you like free, and we think you do, stop by People's National Bank today and open your free checking with only $100. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Back here at Hamilton County, 21-2. The Mules all over the Foxes.
Doug Miller searching for answers. I mean, he is just trying to figure out what he can do to get this Foxes team just into an offense to be able to get a shot off.
And the Mules were sitting there like a pack of vultures at the half line.
All lined up in a row there, weren't they?
Just waiting on them to come across.
Yep.
We dare you.
Down to a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Here's a drive baseline, and that's going to be a charge. Charge called against Garrett Webb. He made the shot. They'll wave that off.
His first foul. Second on the Foxes.
Fairfield only giving up 2 points this entire quarter for the Foxes. So Reese Lee will now bring it up for the Mules. Zerlini's going to fire a three-pointer. It's off, no good. Battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Going to stay with the Mules. Got Estes on the bench taking a little bit of a break right now. Cody Cantrell gets it in. Shot is no good. Rebound by Morgan, and they'll clear it off. Fox is in the front court with Austin Gray. See if they can get a shot off this time. Out front, they work it to Shelton. Mules staying in a man-to-man. But they'll still double out of that when they get a chance. Shelton in the corner.
To Weaver, who's checked in the game.
To Morgan. I mean, I'll give them credit. The Foxes are trying to poke the ball into Morgan. But the Mules doing a pretty good job defending that.
Just about whoever's got the ball's got two Mules on him.
Mm-hmm. Here's the inbound. There's a shot underneath. No good, but the foul's going to be called as Zach Weaver.
Hickson ball.
Tried to go up for it.
Weaver will get a couple free tosses.
Zach Weaver's a 6-foot junior coming off the bench tonight.
Foxes are 0 out of 4 from the free throw line.
There's one.
Got the first one.
21-3, and into the ball game for the Foxes is number 4. That's Brandon Peters. He's a 5'8 junior.
And number 1.
And number 1 is Caden Richards, a 5'9 junior. So Coach Miller going deep on his bench here. Second free throw's also good. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Hickson ball across the timeline for the Mules. Gets it to Cantrell. He'll fire behind the arc, and he banks it in. Everything falling right for the Mules here in the first quarter. And after one period of play, it's Fairfield 24, Hamilton County 4. We'll be right back.
Hamilton County Flooring Center is a proud sponsor of the High School Sports Videocast Network. Owner Randy Huff carries a complete line of flooring, including Armstrong, Berry, Dow Tile, Marazzi Tile, Ron Yo, Shaw Carpets and Hardwood, Mohawk, and Beaulieu. Randy's sales and service include Orcon certified installers. He also has a limited selection of used guitars. Stop by and check out Hamilton County Flooring Center on the southeast corner of the square in McLeansboro, or call 643-3705.
Back here at Jerry Sloan Gym, 24-4 at the end of the first quarter. The Mules, Randy, were 11 out of 17 on field goals, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. The Foxes were 1 out of 7 on field goals, 2 out of 6 on free throws. The Mules got 2 turnovers, and the Foxes got 9.
Everything going pretty well, true to form, and going right for Fairfield, and things not going well for the Foxes here. Again, poor free throw shooting, lots of turnovers, as Danny said, and relentless defense here by the Mules. in the first quarter, has them up by 20, 24-4. Second quarter action underway. Foxes have it. Hunter Braden tries to get it down in the corner, and it's out of bounds. It's touched by Garrett Webb. It's another Foxes turnover.
And another timeout by Doug Miller.
Yeah, you're right. He is going to burn them all here pretty quick. We'll pass along some other scores for you here of other games going on tonight. Oakville leads Greenville 20-15.
There's going to be an interesting 1A team again, the Oakville Rockets.
Yep. He just keeps reloading over there, John Krause. He does a great job, and the cupboard's never bare at Oakville, is it?
No, and they always got some big kids, Randy.
Seems like it. That's right. Effingham has jumped out to an early lead over Teotopolis tonight, 14-12. Robinson leads Charleston 18-12. Meridian leads Dongola 19-13, and we've got another final. It's Cumberland beating Ramsey tonight by a score of 55-47. So there's some other scores for you thus far. You'll be able to track those scores later on tonight on our website, of course, at AreaSports.net.
You know, we was talking about the Pinckneyville tourney. That team's expanded to a 16-tourney field, Randy.
It's a bracketed tournament this year.
It'll be game one will be Benton versus Roxana. Benton's the 4 seed. Jerseyville take on DuQuoin. They're the 5 seed. Union County, Kentucky leaves El Dorado. They head to Pinckneyville. They're the 8th seed over Greenville. Number 1, Olney, will take on Trigg County, Kentucky, and we'll get some more of those after a while.
And Olney being the number 1 seed of that tournament, and guess what? They lost to this Fairfield Mules team earlier in the year. As a drive to the basket by Jezol O'Neill results in a blocking foul. Say the foul was before the shot.
Shelton's going to pick up the foul. His first.
Yeah, the pairings have come out not only for the Pinckneyville tournament, but also the Cecil-Lear tournament. We can talk about that as we go along here. Maybe more at halftime, too. Here's Hickson ball from outside. No good. Battle for the rebound. O'Neill comes up with it.
El Dorado will be seeded tomorrow.
Yep, they will. They'll have their seed meeting, and I would assume Fairfield will be the number 1 seed as the shot's made inside by Estes.
I'd say you're looking at the number 1 seed, and Massac and Heron could be 2-3, would be my opinion, either way.
Yeah, Heron's got 3 of their starters back from last year, and including a couple of those sharpshooters.
Had a nice tournament down there last year.
Yeah, they beat Fairfield last year down there, so that would be a game that probably Fairfield would like to get back, as here's a drive by Estes. A lot of contact and no call of any kind. Shot was missed, but the tip was put back in.
By Lee.
Reese Lee makes it 28-4 Fairfield.
I don't see how that's not either a block or a charge.
Seems like something would need to be called on that, but officials let it go. Here's Evan Shelton out front being harassed by O'Neill. O'Neill gets the steal now, throws it ahead to Wyatt Gilbert. He's got another layup, and it's another transition bucket for the Mules. 30-4. They love to make the steal and get it and go. Transition basketball. I'll tell you who they kind of remind me of in a minute. As fouls called underneath as Garrett Webb took it to the basket. He'll go to the line.
Foul's going to be on number 4.
I don't remember if it was 2 years ago, Danny, or 3 years ago. I lose track of time sometimes in my old age, but remember the Lawrenceville team they had 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
That made it to the sectional championship against, was it Carterville?
Wyatt Gilbert, he's got number 4 on. I thought he was 3.
Yeah, he's got number 4 on. That Lawrenceville bunch was a lot like this Fairfield bunch.
This team here, I mean, it's just constant pressure on both ends.
Shots missed by Gilbert, rebound by the Foxes. Hunter Braden brings it out. Well, I got a feeling, I know it's a lot of season left to be played, a lot of basketball to be played, but I got a feeling that Fairfield and T-Town could meet again down the line in the sectional if things keep going like they are.
Well, the Mules got a good-looking team here.
Yeah, they do.
No doubt about that.
Barring any injuries or something like that, they should go deep in some postseason play, you would think. O'Neill, no good. There's a foul by Estes, no good. Stolen back by O'Neill, and then he lost it out of bounds. It'll be Fox's basketball. 5:28 to go here first half. It's 30-4. It's all Fairfield here in the first half. Doing it with defense.
3 turnovers on the Mules and 14 on the Foxes.
That's all you need to know right there is 14 turnovers on the Foxes, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Garrett Webb tries to go baseline. He's cut off by Hickson ball, so he'll come back out to Hunter Braden. Yeah, look at Wyatt Gilbert move his feet.
He's just up and on him, chest bumping him.
Yep.
Let me get inside your shirt.
So people might be asking, well, who are some other good 2A teams that could potentially be problems for the Mules down the road? Well, we'll give you some here in a minute. Here's a shot baseline. It's off no good by Garrett Webb. Ball's loose. Players dive for it. And jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow is going to give it to the Mules.
Webb and Braden, I'm not sure, didn't just about bust heads.
They were going after it, that's
from
for sure.
2 different directions.
Right. Here's J.Zell O'Neill in the lane. Shot is in and out, no good. Tip back up, no good. Estes gets it back, goes up, no good. And this time he's going to be called for over the back as he reached up over Morgan.
2 on him.
Another line change for the Mules. As Luke Dagg comes back in, Cody Cantrell and Landon Zerlini.
Like you said, he's got a pretty solid 8.
Yeah, he does.
8 foul on the Mules, so the Foxes will shoot 1 in the bonus.
So we walk to the other end, and Robbie Morgan will go to the line for Hamilton County. Yeah, I think that depth is really what wore Cesar-Valier down the other night. You know, because Cesar was hanging with them through 3 quarters, and then in that 4th quarter, I think the depth just finally wore them down, and Cesar just didn't have enough horses.
Well, I'm telling you, this pressure they put on you on defense, and then they turn around and steal the ball, and they just try to run it down your throat.
Free throw's missed, and on the rebound, it's a traveling violation, so it's another turnover. It's Gus Walden fell down with it. Goes back to the Mules with 4:38 left to play. Well, some other good 2A teams in Southern Illinois. Nashville Hornets, Pinckneyville Panthers, 2 teams that certainly come to mind.
Benton Rangers are kind of a surprise team right now.
Yeah. But right now I think they're going to be 3A the way it's looking, right?
Yeah.
As 3 balls made by J.Zell O'Neill. Makes it 33-4. So he shows the ability to hit the outside shot and not just the drive on the inside. Fox is back on the attack with Austin Gray. Trying to go inside the post. It's slapped away, and now they get it back as Walden's got it. Goes inside the lane, can't get a shot up. Goes in the corner instead. A 3-pointer is in and out, no good by Braden. Morgan tries to get the rebound, but there's a steal by Hickson ball. Mules ahead in transition. There's another layup. This time it's Cantrell. I'll tell you, they get it and they go.
Well, that's what I say. You can't rest anything. Robbie Morgan, I don't know if he came down on his ankle wrong or what. He's kind of
a little gimpy, isn't he?
Gimpy coming off.
Yeah, he's going off on the side there. Cantrell at the line. And he gets the and 1, so it's a 3-point play. 36-4. And Fox is going to do a line change here. As they're going to put...
Leakey's going to wear number 15. Richards will be in 1. Shelton will be 14. Peters will be 4. And Walden will be 43.
So Coach Doug Miller switching things up here. As Caden Richards will bring it across against O'Neill. Into the post, they work it. Can't get a shot off, so they come back out. Now ball's loose, picked up again by Richards. There comes another double team. And another steal. O'Neill's got it. Jukes his man, goes up for the shot, scores, and he's fouled.
Peters pick up the foul. O'Neill will go for the and 1.
O'Neill with a nice head fake. Faked the pass across the lane, juked his man, took it into the glass, scored, and drew the foul.
Not many kids can make that move right there, Randy.
38-4.
Wow.
And the shot is good. on the three-point play for O'Neill. 3:17 left here in the first half. Again, we'll talk about some more of these holiday tournaments coming up at halftime. A lot of the pairings released today for Pinckneyville, Sesser, Centralia tournament, all released today, as well as the girls tournament in Fairfield. That one's knocked away and stolen again by the Mules, but then it's thrown away by O'Neill as he threw the pass a little bit too far, trying to get it out in front of Luke Dagg.
He was leading Dagg, and Dagg just couldn't quite catch up with it.
Had the right idea, though.
Oh, yeah. Push, push, push.
39-4. Evan Shelton across the line for the Mules. Goes down inside to Walden. Walden turns on his man, puts it up, short. Rebound, Reese Lee. He'll bring it out of there himself. Lead pass to O'Neill. In the corner, here's Zerlini. No good. It follows his shot, but the rebound is gathered in by Walden. To Shelton. 2:21 to play first half. A little give and go action there, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Mules. Checking back in the game will be Wyatt Gilbert. And there's a steal on the inbound. O'Neill with it. Throws it ahead. Cantrell, and he lays it in. And we got it hanging on the rim.
No basket. Basket interference.
Basket interference, that's right. Jumping up there was Luke Dagg. He put his hand on the rim while the ball was going through. You can't do that.
Turnover.
So they'll wipe that basket off.
Cale Van Winkle's going to come in for Walden.
Cantrell's like, what are you doing to me, man? I had a bucket.
Zach Weaver comes in.
Across the line is Caden Richards. Go down low, and they lose it again. Cale Van Winkle couldn't control it, and there's another layup on the other end. Again, by the Mules, and this time it's O'Neill. 41-4. Another steal by the Mules. And another pass across to Jazelle O'Neill, and the layup is good. I mean, it's pretty impressive how Fairfield runs the floor. There is no doubt about it.
Leakey's going to get the foul.
The minute that a teammate gets the ball, the other Mules all take off to the other end, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
They all instantly fly.
Tice Gordon in. He's a freshman. He wears number 5 and number 33, Randy.
30
for the Foxes.
33 for the Foxes. Yeah, that's Brady Thrain. He's a freshman. Yeah, 5'9" freshman. Yep, so it's Doug Miller trying to get all kinds of different people in the game out there. Another steal by O'Neill. Jumped in the passing lane, takes it down, scores.
11 and a quarter for O'Neill.
45-4 as we approach 1 minute to go here in the half. There's a pass underneath. The shot is made. His first bucket by the Foxes in quite a while, and that one is by Samuel Leakey, 6'3" senior.
First one this quarter.
O'Neill with a long three. That's no good. Rebounds gathered in by Tice Gordon, the freshman. He'll bring it up himself, working against Gilbert. They get it down low. Turnaround shot, no good. The follow back up and in, but they
going to be fouled.
Yeah, going to be a foul. Okay, so Leakey having some fun down there for the Foxes, and the student section down there cheering him on.
Foul's going to be on number 24. That's Zerlini.
So Leakey at the line for Hamilton County, and it's off the back iron, no good. Yeah, the student section really cheering for him down there. Another line change for the Foxes.
Webb, Braden.
Yep.
Morgan and Walden back in.
Free throws missed. Here comes the Mules. In the corner, it's Zerlini. Long three, won't go. Rebound by Cantrell. Almost a steal. Ball's loose. Now foul's going to be called.
Leakey's going to get a foul for diving on the pile.
So they'll send Cantrell to the line. Stops the clock with 29 seconds left here in the first half. Another one coming.
Got them both.
Well, we talked about free throw shooting being a concern for Coach McElravy from earlier in the season, but it's not been a problem so far tonight.
Done a pretty nice job on them here tonight.
Yeah, 47-6. This clock winding down here in the first half. We're at 19 seconds. Fox is trying to get a shot off here. Hunter Braden to Morgan. Morgan's way out away from the basket with 10 seconds to go. Back to Braden. And there's going to be a shot forced up. It's no good. And I think they're going to call a foul here right before the buzzer, as putting up the shot
was Leakey. Zarlini's going to pick up a foul. Leakey will get a couple free throws.
So everybody will walk off the floor except for Leakey. He'll get to fire a couple. Missed it. Got the second one.
That brings a round of applause.
Yeah, it does. And that makes our halftime score 47-7. Wow.
We'll hear from a couple sponsors and we'll be back.
Draper Insurance Agency in Dahlgren is owned and operated by licensed agent Carl Youngblood. Carl grew up on a dairy farm and worked for Smith Ag for more than 10 years. His background enables him to relate well to farmers in southern Illinois. Carl offers a full range of services, including property, casualty, life, and health. He's an independent agent representing multiple companies to ensure very competitive rates. Drop by and see Carl Youngblood at Draper Insurance Agency, located on the highway in Dahlgren, or call for an appointment at 736-2394. He's a proud supporter of the High School Videocast Network.
Fender Mender Auto Body has been serving McLeansboro and surrounding communities for 33 years. Fender Mender uses the very latest in technology and techniques that meet or exceed industry standards. Their ICAR and ATEG trained technicians maintain the highest level of proficiency possible through continued education and hands-on training. Scott and Teresa would like to say thank you to all of their customers for the opportunity to serve in your time of need. Fender Mender Auto Body, collision repair from people who care. Auden's Pizza is a proud sponsor of our broadcast. Located by the railroad tracks in McLeansboro, Auden's has been serving outstanding pizza for over 3 decades. The owners, Dick and Lucille Auden, would like to thank all their customers for their business.
Okay, I'm Lucille Auden, and I'm proud to be a sponsor from Auden's Pizza House with this broadcasting. We serve a lot of people in Hamilton County and sponsor other groups in Hamilton County.
I'm Dick Auden, co-owner of Auden's Pizza with my wife Lucille. We've been in business for 34 years, serving the great people of Hamilton County and McLeansboro, and we appreciate your business.
My name is Rick Rubenacker with 4R Equipment in McLeansboro, Illinois. 4R Equipment is your local Case IH dealer and we have been serving the agricultural community of Southern Illinois for the past 25 years. With our modern shop and team of factory-trained technicians, we have everything we need to keep you going longer in the field. Our customized preventive maintenance programs will help you reduce the amount of breakdown time and maximize your uptime in the upcoming season. To learn more, stop by and see us today or find us on the web at 4requip.com.
Back here at Jerry Sloan Gym, our halftime score is 47-7. You heard it right, 47-7. The Mules all over the Foxes here. Looking at the first half, Foxes shoot 2 out of 12, Randy, for 16%, 3 out of 10 from the free throw line for 30%, and commit 21 turnovers. So that tells you why it's 47-7. Scoring, Robbie Morgan has 2, Zach Weaver has 2, and Sam Leakey off the bench has 3. For the Mules, they shoot 20 out of 34 for 59%, 6 out of 8 from the free throw line for 75%, commit 5 turnovers in the first half. Reese Lee has 6, Wyatt Gilbert has 7, Giselle O'Neill leads them with 14, Kane Hickson-Ball has 4, Brian Estes has 6, Cody Cantrell 8, and Luke Dagg 2. So everybody that's played for the Mules except Landon Zerlini has scored.
Wow. 2 out of 12 from the field. Well, Fairfield defense had a lot to do with that. How many turnovers did you say the Foxes had?
21.
21 turnovers. Yeah, pretty impressive defensive effort by the Fairfield Mules here in the first half, leading this game by 40. And, wow, what more can you say? I mean, they just get the ball and they go. Just stifling defense. They get it. They look up the floor. And most of the Fairfield points, Danny, have come in transition, not in the half-court offense. They haven't had to run the half-court offense very much.
That's why they're shooting 60%.
Yeah, exactly right. Although I just got a tweet from one of the coaches here in Southern Illinois. It says, everyone get your wins now on Hamilton County because in a couple of years, Coach Miller will have this program back.
Oh, yeah.
So that was some advice from a coach that you and I know well that is watching our broadcast tonight and is seeing this score. And he says, yeah, well, it may take a beating tonight, but he feels that Coach Miller will bring the program around over a period of time. And it just, you know, you're up against a buzzsaw tonight. These Mules are for real.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's going to take a pretty good effort to beat this club right here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, not only did they win the Lawrence County Capital Classic, beating Teotopolis in the championship game, but they got a quality win in that tournament over Olney, 55-52, or 59-52, and Olney is the #1 seed in the upcoming Pinckneyville tournament.
Yeah, speaking of that tournament, Randy, we were going through some a while ago. The #2 team is Cissna Park. They're going to take on Alvarado. Then #7 Chester is going to take on Salem, and I think I just heard that Chester might be leading Nashville tonight.
Let me check here. I'll get a score for you on that, okay?
And Steelville, that's a team that's kind of flying under the radar. They're the #6 seed. They're going to take on Trenton Westland. And #3 Pinckneyville Panthers will take on Trico. So pretty good-looking tournament over there.
Yeah, well, I, for one, and I know you're happy, too, I'm thrilled for Salem to be in that tournament and getting out of the Centralia tournament. It's a better fit for them to be at Pinckneyville than it was at Centralia.
He's going to go down there and play some competition he can compete with.
Yeah, Andy Fehrenbacher, the coach of Salem, I think that's a very, very good move to be in that Pinckneyville tournament. But they'll have a good Chester team in the first round, so that'll be tough. You asked me about the Nashville score. Nashville leads Chester 39-32, so the Yellow Jackets are giving Nashville a little run tonight.
Scored the most points. I think the most points they've gave up is 34.
Right. Now, here's the score you want to hear, okay? Listen to this one, everybody. Remember, we told you at halftime, Goreville led Thompsonville 28-20. Thompsonville came in undefeated tonight, right? They're down 8 at halftime. In the third quarter, Thompsonville outscored Goreville 31-8.
Wow.
And after 3 quarters, Thompsonville now leads that game 51-36.
31-8. What a quarter.
What did he say to them at halftime?
I don't know, but he better put it in a bottle and sell it.
I'm telling you what, that is amazing. And we'll hopefully have a final for you on that here soon. Waltonville leads Christopher 19-17. Teotopolis leads Effingham 27-25. That's a good one.
Yep.
Oakville leads Greenville 20-15. St. Anthony leads Newton 64-33. We mentioned Mount Carmel has beaten Florida tonight 59-38. So, Nashville leading Chester 39-32.
All right, let's hear from our pal Al out at Teffer-Tiller Motors.
Hello, Fox fans. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Alan Teffer-Tiller. I am the owner of Teffer-Tiller Motors. We are a full-line Chevrolet Buick franchise dealer in McLeansboro. We stock a large inventory of new Chevrolet and Buick cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs, as well as a large variety of pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models. We have an excellent service and parts department that can handle any service problem. We are committed to your satisfaction. We service all brands of vehicles and have weekly specials. If you live within the city limits, we offer pickup and delivery for your convenience. Come see us for any automotive concern or routine maintenance and ask for Ron Berkner, our service manager. We thank you, our customers, for your support, your patronage, and for allowing us to service you for 43 years. Go Foxes!
All right, back here at Jerry Sloan. We're about ready for the third quarter, and I think Randy's got a final on that Thompsonville game.
Thompsonville did win that game. They beat Goreville tonight 51-44 after trailing at halftime 28-20. So they come back and they win it 51-44 by 7 points. You've also got pairings for the upcoming Cesar-Valier tournament, where I believe Woodlawn is the number 1 seed, and this undefeated Thompsonville team's the number 3 seed.
Woodlawn's 1. They'll take on Century. The 8th seed Christopher will take on Auden. 5th-seeded Sparta Bulldogs will take on New Athens. 4th-seeded Marissa Colderville will take on Waltonville. The 3rd-seeded Tigers will rematch with ZR, a team they just beat a week ago. Number 6, Goreville, will play Glacius. So if those two teams will win, they'll meet up again next week, or 2 weeks, Randy, on the Christmas tournament. Then Johnson City, the 7th seed, will take on Cobden, and the number 2, Cesar, will take on Redbud.
All right. We're about ready for second half action here, and you would assume that we may not see these starters too much longer for Fairfield as they open up the second half with a 40-point lead here. But they do start the second half with the starters back on the floor. It's been quite a defensive display here tonight by the Fairfield Mules as Fox is bringing across with Evan Chilton. They're looking for the alley-oop, but there's nothing there. Wanted to get it to Morgan. Now he comes outside to get it. They go inside. There's a steal by J.Zell O'Neill. Advance pass down. A little give and go behind him to the trailer. And the
Morgan
foul is going to be called.
Going to pick up a foul, but looked like a pretty good block on Estes.
Estes was the trailer on the transition play as they left it behind for him to go in for the layup or the dunk. And
I think they was wanting the dunk.
And he got hammered.
Morgan said, not in our house.
Estes at the line, missed it.
Mules shot free throws good the first half, 6 out of 8 for 75%.
For Morgan, that's his second foul. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Foxes. Walden comes out of there with it. Inside to Morgan, he works on O'Neill. There's a mismatch, and foul's going to be called. A little height advantage there, Danny, as you got Morgan down low against O'Neill.
Third foul on O'Neill.
And you got to remember, Morgan's just a sophomore. You know, he's got a good-sized frame on him already as a sophomore, and he's just going to get bigger and stronger.
You know, football really kind of put a little bulk and muscle on him.
Missed that free throw.
Fox is struggling at the line.
And he rattles that one home. 47-8. Mules bring it up with O'Neill.
Look how fast they're in the front court.
Very quick. Hickson ball. Bounce passes inside to Estes. Fakes. Comes back out. Here's a long three-pointer, and it's off the mark. No good. By Wyatt Gilbert, but they get the rebound.
And Hickson ball gets the rebound.
He drives baseline, stops, pops, short. And another offensive rebound by the Mules. Reese Lee has it. To Hickson ball, now to Lee. Around the screen, goes inside, gets his man up in the air, and is fouled.
Yeah, foul on Morgan. That'll be his third.
Reese Lee was the outstanding player on the football team this year. He was everything out there this year for Fairfield.
You know, Fairfield's just got things really going good in their
all their sports,
system.
all their athletics. Yep, you bet.
The old deal, winning breeds winning, and he's sure done it at Fairfield.
Winning is very contagious in Fairfield right now, both boys and girls.
Yep.
They had it going on in volleyball too, and it's continues.
Football, track, cross country, wrestling.
Line change by the Mules, and Logan Trent in there seeing his first action tonight. He is a 5'8" senior for the Mules. Also, Kalen Massey, a 5'10" sophomore, seeing his first action out there. And he's joined by Zerlini and Cody Cantrell. All right, Fox is in the front court now with Shelton. Gives it up to Webb. Tried a little pick and roll, but Fairfield defended that one well. So they come back out to Shelton again. Gets it inside to Morgan. It's blocked from behind, and there's a rebound by the Mules. Coming out of there with it is Logan Trent. Gets it ahead to Cantrell. He'll take it inside the lane, scores. Cody Cantrell makes it 51-8. We're in the third quarter, 6:06 to play. Fox is back the other way with Shelton. Well, I knew Fairfield was going to be heavily favored tonight. We all knew that, but I don't think any of us expected a score quite like this.
No.
There's the give to Morgan, and a nice cut. Nice cut to the basket by Robbie Morgan, and he scores off the glass.
Use the left hand.
You did. Logan Trent back in the front court for the Mules. To Zerlini. He goes in the lane, stops, pops a 13-footer, no good. Rebound on the baseline. They'll try it again. How many offensive rebounds has Fairfield had tonight? Holy cow.
Bunch.
Yeah. Logan Trent has it now. A lot of second chance baskets. Inside the lane, shot is up and in by Cantrell. High percentage shooting tonight by Fairfield. A lot of them are layups, a lot of them are point-blank shots like that one. 53-10. Foxes again with Garrett Webb. Now back out front. It comes to Shelton. He'll stop, pop, no good. Rebound cleaned out of there by the Mules. Luke Dagg. They get it ahead to Logan Trent. Inside Cantrell. Back out from the elbow. Shot's good by Dagg. Everybody getting in on the fun tonight for Fairfield.
Yep. Mules are just pouring it on.
55-10. What was it Coach McElravy said to you before the game tonight? He said he's having a lot of fun coaching this team this year.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Oh, yeah. Everybody can.
Layup is no good. Tip back up, no good. And rebound again by the Mules. And that one's thrown away. And it's turnover. They haven't had too many of them tonight.
Number 6.
Into the ball game for the Foxes. Austin Gray checks back in. We typically have Coach McElravy on the sports couch with us each and every Saturday morning. As a driving layup there by Webb is missed, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Dagg is going to pick up his second.
Join Danny and I for the Sports Couch Saturday mornings from 8:30 until 9:30. 60 minutes of great local sports talk every Saturday morning on 90.9 The Vine Radio and also on AreaSports.net.
Coming in for the Mules is going to be number 3.
And that's going to be Noah McElravy. That's Coach's son.
Number 22.
That is Blake Pruitt.
And number 40.
5'9" sophomore. And number 40 is Brandon Lane, a 6'1" sophomore. So the Mules going real deep now here in the third quarter. As the free throw is good there by Garrett Webb. 55-12. Mules did win the JV contest tonight, too, by the way. 51-32, a 19-point victory for Fairfield in the JV
And they
game.
won the freshman game 43-41.
Yeah, that was a tight one.
Yeah, the
very competitive.
Mules jumped out to a 17-4 lead in that game. The Foxes clawed back.
Logan Trent misfires on the shot. Scramble for the rebound. Foxes have it. Here they come in transition. Garrett Webb drives baseline, and it's going to be a charging foul called, and there to take it on the baseline was Colin Massey. Massey takes the charge. That'll give the ball back to the Mules. 3:55 to go here, third quarter. Get to see a lot of the reserves play now as McElravy has it. Over the quarter to Logan Trent. Try to go inside. Good steal by Robbie Morgan as he has his man fronted there. Austin Gray brings it up now. Gray gives it up to Garrett Webb. Down low on the box. Here's a little jump shot. Jump hook up. No good by Shelton. Rebound by Fairfield. Here they come in transition. Logan Trent gets it across, and it's stolen away by the Foxes. Now they're on the move. And that's going to be a blocking foul called as Evan Shelton took it in. He'll go to the line.
Massey will pick up the foul. This free throw is going to be brought to you by Riling Lawn Care. Your lawnmower broke down, no time for yard work, needing help with your lawn? Call Riling Lawn Care of McLeansboro. They'll cut your grass so you can relax. They offer free estimates. They're looking for yards for the upcoming season. Give Jeff a call, 618-231-0599.
They shovel snow, too?
I don't know. He might if you call him and ask him.
Might be needing to do that here soon. About that season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Free throw is missed. Foxes continue to struggle from the line tonight.
2 misses by Shelton.
Ahead to Logan Trent. Out front now. For the Foxes or for the Mules, it's Pruitt, and down underneath shot is missed. They couldn't quite handle the pass. Underneath there was Massey. Rebound by the Foxes, and they'll bring it up. Austin Gray now inside the lane. There's a lob down underneath. Nice pass and good shot by Gus Walden. Nice offensive play by the Foxes that time. 55-14.
Walden got it corralled and got it down.
Yeah, I think he's just going to get stronger as the year goes on and gets more confidence. I think that's a lot of the issue right now with him is just had enough experience to have that confidence. We'll see how...
games like this will shake your confidence.
Oh, well, yeah, it can. That's right. And you're getting the ball stolen from you I don't know how many times.
22.
Yeah, there's a shot by number 22, as a matter of fact. Blake Pruitt. The 5'9" sophomore drains the three for the Mules. It's 58-14.
You know, they done the same thing to the El Dorado Eagles on Friday night.
Very, very similar. So you know how El Dorado feels now if you see what they're doing to the Foxes tonight. That shot's missed underneath by Weaver, but they get the rebound. They'll get it back out for a 3 ball. That's no good by Gray. Gets the own rebound. Back inside. Now it's taken away by the Mules. Trent gets rid of it out to Pruitt. Now to McElravy. There's a steal by the Foxes. They'll throw it ahead. To Shelton. Down low it goes to the big man. Oh, nice fake. Nice up and under move. Up and in by Gus Walden. There, he showed a little touch there.
You know, he's got some decent footwork under the goal.
Walden makes it 58-16 for the Foxes as we're down to a minute to play here in the third quarter. Again, the Mules with a lot of reserves in there. And we're going to see some running clock in the fourth quarter. Logan Trent out front.
Has the IHSA made that
in the fourth quarter, I believe they have, yeah.
That was a good rule that needed to come in.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's been used in some games this year. We had that they used it the other night at El Dorado. And a three-pointer is knocked down there by Pruitt.
We had it in a girls' game or two here, too, also this season.
No, I think it's very appropriate when the game is out of reach like this. I mean, it's a 45-point game here with 20 seconds left in the third quarter. The running clock is fine in the fourth quarter. I don't think anybody's going to argue about that.
I don't think anybody will argue with it. No. Everybody's ready to go home.
Yeah, and the game got started late the way it was with 3 games tonight. But I think that's a good thing to do, to play that freshman game tonight, because it saves expenses for both schools having to bus, one way or the other.
Yep.
on a separate night. And it gives the varsity coach a chance to see the freshmen play.
And it gives those freshman kids a chance to play in front of some people to watch the game.
Yeah, there was a pretty good crowd for the freshman game tonight. There really was, and that was a competitive game. That was a real competitive game, a 2-point contest at the end.
First loss for the freshmen of Hamilton County and the JV team.
Really? Okay. Layup is missed underneath.
By Tice Gordon.
By Gordon, the freshman, and there's the horn to end the third quarter. It's 61-16 Fairfield. We'll be right back.
Back here at Jerry Sloan, 61-16. Fairfield Mules in control. They're going to move to 9-0 on the season, Randy.
Yeah, again, it's going to take quite an effort for anybody to knock Fairfield off. The seed meeting is tomorrow at El Dorado for the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. We fully expect Fairfield to be the number one seed in that tournament. You've also got Heron in that tournament, Gallatin County in that tournament, Carterville. Those would be potential teams. Massac County that could challenge them.
I think Massac and Heron will be the 2-3s, and that could go either way.
Yeah. But
Edwards County Lions, I look for them to be a possible number 4 seed.
Well, on a given night, they've got the horses to play with you because they got the size, too.
They just don't have the depth.
Yeah. But Harrisburg's down this year. El Dorado's already taken a beating by Fairfield. And so really, yeah, it's probably Massac County, Heron, Carterville, Edwards County that could pose issues for the Mules down at the El Dorado Holiday
And the
Tournament.
Mules have struggled at El Dorado a little bit.
They have. They were 2-and-out last year. As that layup is up and in.
By number 14,
That's Massey, right. Start this fourth quarter. 63-16. As the Foxes come back into the front court, it's Shelton with it. Down to Morgan. He's double teamed, puts up the shot, missed it. Gets his own rebound and goes back up, but they'll wave it off. And it's going to be out of bounds.
Out of bounds to the Foxes.
Yeah, we do have a running clock going on right now. Here is the inbound. Morgan goes up for the shot, scores. Morgan makes it 63-18. And the Mules come back across the timeline.
He's got 7 on the night.
Zerlini's going to fire from the top of the key. It's no good. Here's a shot from the corner by McElravy. It's nothing but net. Coach's son tickles the twine from behind the line.
Give him a 3 ball.
66-18. Foxes back the other way with Shelton. They get it over to Walden, who comes way out away from the basket. Looking for a cutter, and, well, right in the hands of the Mules. McElravy's got it. Down to Zerlini, and he scores. 68-18. Walking it back up comes Shelton. Over to Hunter Braden. Around the screen by Morgan. Little pick and roll. Now Morgan puts it up. No good. Rebound by the Mules, and another reach-in foul is going to be called as McElravy got the rebound.
Foul's going to be on Braden, his second.
And that's 4 team fouls, so it'll be out of bounds to Fairfield. Massey will bring it up. 5:49 left in the game. As again, we got a running clock here. As three-pointer is put up, no good by Lane. Rebound Foxes. Shelton brings it across. trying to get it inside to Morgan, and they're going to call him for the charge as he dropped his shoulder a little bit. Massey drew the charge. That's the second one that Massey's drawn.
Fourth foul on Morgan. Coming in for Fairfield is number 42.
And he is not in the program.
And number 34.
34 is Logan Trent. Yeah, he's been in there before, but 42 is not in the program. I think he was in the JV game earlier, but sorry we don't know the young man's name. Here's a drive baseline. Nice give inside. Shot is up and in by Lane. And a foul's going to be called.
Walden.
Brandon Lane, 6'1", sophomore for Coach McElravy. 4:42 to go in the ball game. 70-18. See if we can come up with a couple more finals here for you.
Leakey back in for the Foxes.
Lawrenceville has beaten Edwards County tonight.
That's kind of an upset.
61-56. Tight ball game, but Indians got it. 61-56. And that's lost out of bounds.
Turnover number 25.
Man. And I think we got a final on the Nashville game, if I can come up with that. McElravy has it for the Mules. Over to Logan Trent. Now back out to Pruitt, and we got a reach-in foul called.
Now got a sticking his arm out.
Oh, okay. Offensive
illegal
push.
pick on Lane.
Okay.
In for the Foxes is Cale Van Winkle and Samuel Leakey.
Oakville leads Greenville 46-43. They got a good one going on tonight. Here's the Foxes in the front court again with Shelton.
That Greenville team is a little bit under talked about, Randy.
Yeah, I think so. We need to look into them a little bit more and see what all they got going on. That's an interesting conference that they're in there, that South Central Conference. We know how good it is for football.
Turnover number 10 on the Mules, and most of those, well, the starting group had 5.
.237 left in the ball game. Austin Gray gets it to the high post to Robbie Morgan. Tries to go down low, and turnaround shot is missed in there by Leakey. Follow is no good. Morgan gets a rebound. He scores. Well, a good second effort there. They stayed with it.
Leakey had 2 misses. Van Winkle had 1, and finally Morgan finished.
NCOE got a win tonight. They beat Galatia 53-29. And KC Westfield, an undefeated team that the Mules will face here in about 10 days. They got another win tonight, beating Neoga 70-61.
That KC team is pretty good, they say. Got some size.
That will be a good match at Fairfield. That'll be played at the Mule Barn. Here's a shot from the wing, and nothing but net. Evan Shelton hits the 3-ball.
Richards and Peters in for the Foxes.
Minute 35 left. It's 71-23. The clock continues to run. McElravy across the line. Here's a shot from way outside. No good. Rebound by the Foxes. That shot was missed by Pruitt. Into the front court. Peters gets it over to Richards. No good. Back up by Leakey. No good. And what did they call there? Must have called a walk or something. It's a turnover on the Foxes, whatever it is, as McElravy will bring it back up for the Mules. Under a minute to play in this one. Looks like it's going to be a 3-game winner tonight, a triple-header winner for the Mules. They won the freshman game by 2 points, won the JV game 51-32, and they lead it here decisively 71-23 as McElravy kind of playing keep away out there. 32 seconds left. I don't know that they're interested in shooting again here. I think everybody's ready to go home.
I think you're right.
Including the broadcasters.
Yep. 1 out of 1.
Well, very impressive effort tonight by the Fairfield Mules. And tomorrow at the seed meeting for the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, I'm certain that they will get the number 1 seed, and they certainly have earned it. Final score here, Fairfield 71, Hamilton County 23. We will be at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament to bring you every Fairfield game that they play at the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. So if you can't make it down for any of the games at El Dorado, you can watch those games on foxesfans.net and on AreaSports.net. We'll be there for the whole tournament, and we'll have every Fairfield game for you.
Not much to say here, Randy. Foxes shoot 8 out of 31, 5 out of 16. The Mules are 29 out of 51, 12 out of 9. The Mules have 10 turnovers, and the Foxes have 25.
All right, again, the final score, Fairfield dominates it with defense tonight. They win it over the Foxes 71-23. The Mules are now 9-0. That's it from McLeansboro. So long.
So long till tomorrow night from Wayne City, and we'll be back here Friday night as the Carmi Bulldogs come to town.